Hey guys, welcome back to my cooking channel. Tonight we're making another dinner. So it's almost dinner time and I was thinking like, what is the best thing to possibly make? And I'm like, the answer is a cooking video. So then I had to think about what food I wanted to make and I decided on poke bowls because everyone loves it and it's like the only thing you need to cook is the protein and the rice and then everything else you just cut up while that's cooking and it's fast and easy. Okay, so for our poke bowls, there's a few categories of ingredients. First, we'll start with the veggies. Now, I'm actually gonna be a little fancy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna put in it, but I think I'm actually gonna roast the zucchini to put in it because I don't have that many other vegetables, or I don't have a high quantity of them, so I want it to be a little bit more diverse. So I have a zucchini, again, everything is optional. Everything you could switch in, switch out, whatever veggies you have, whatever you want. Then I have an onion, which again, I'm not sure I'm gonna put in, but maybe. And then in this box, you thought it was just tomatoes, but bam, it's a whole array of half-cut veggies. So I do have some grape tomatoes. So I have a pepper, I have some cherry tomatoes, and I have cucumber. So I'm gonna cut those up and they're gonna go in just like cold, and then these two, which I mentioned. Then the rice, I do have actual sushi rice, but you don't need it. You could do this with quinoa, you could do it with brown rice, like whatever kind of rice you want is amazing. And then I, as my protein, have salmon, but you could do chicken, you could do another type of fish, you could do tofu, literally anything you want. I wouldn't say skip the protein, I'd say that is like a key point of this, but whatever floats your boat. And then lastly, I just have sriracha and mayo, or mine's Cholula actually, I brought it from America. I have like an insane amount of Cholulas. My mom last Hanukkah brought me like 9 bottles of Cholula. So if anyone is in Yerushalayim and interested in American hot sauce, I have tons. Okay, the first step is to prepare the rice. And I'm not gonna give any measurements because like, I don't know how you run your show. I don't know how many people, whatever. And also I don't measure it. I just look how much looks good. And I'm gonna do, it's for, the rice is like, and I'm gonna have this for lunch. You know, yeah, leftover rice is never a bad thing. So you're gonna wanna wash your rice. Just give it a good rinse until the water turns clear. Now you're just gonna take your wet rice and put it in the pot. If any of you guys are watching me do this and you're using like a rice cooker, we're different. But basically just add some salt, however much, like you're gonna be adding more salt anyway. So however much, just like a little bit, cause like there's an onion. And then just a little bit of oil. You don't need a lot. Also, common misconception is that you need to cover it. Don't cover it, leave it uncovered. Like, it's insanely simple to make. This is why I'm not anti-rice cooker. Plus, it's probably culturally insensitive. But like, you don't need a rice cooker. For a long time, we had one pot in this apartment and it made me rice and it made me everything else. Okay, now I'm prepping my protein. By me, it's salmon, but pretty much any protein you're gonna prep the same way. So I'm gonna open it, obviously. Okay, so this is especially true of like salmon and tofu. If you're doing chicken or meat, like do it your way. But I'm just gonna cut this into cubes. Okay, once your salmon or your protein is all cubular, just throw it in your, you could put it into whatever you're gonna cook it in actually. So we use less dishes. So we're gonna put it in here. So mine's in this little Pyrex dish, and now we're gonna season it. Okay, so now we're gonna season the salmon. And honestly, like even though I love spices, I think salmon like doesn't really need a lot. So I'm gonna put a little bit of umami, like a little bit. Rosemary, you could put a lot, some salt, and then oil, and that's it. Just like add it on there and you're good. I also just want to add a disclaimer that you should be washing your hands like once you open the if you're using tofu, whatever, but like salmon, wash your hands before you touch the spices and then wash them again before you touch it's just salmon, so you could just like rinse them. If it's chicken, like soap. It's not fake news. Like I'll tell you what's fake and what's not. Kitchen germs are really real. Now me, you, and the salmon are gonna head over to the oven. Bam, we're at the oven. It's kind of hard to show. And I'm gonna put, if you preheated your oven, kol hakavod. If you didn't, you're fine. Okay, so I'm putting it in my, oh, there's something in there. Okay, I'm putting this in here and taking whatever this is out. And yeah, so then you're just gonna let it cook. Salmon, it depends. I'm gonna say 12 minutes. Now this part, wait. Now this part is the optional part because I'm doing like the roasted veggies. So feel free to skip if you're just doing like raw veggies, but I'm gonna just cut up the zucchini and I decided also sweet potato because I'm like, the pan is this big and I'm washing it anyway, so I might as well fill it up. Also, I'm using a completely separate cutting board and knife than I did for my fish. Again, kitchen germs they're everywhere. Like, if you're thinking like, oh, why does it matter with salmon? Like, people eat raw fish. I don't know why people eat raw fish. I don't know if it's like, it's controversial to say, but like, does it not sound kind of... Okay, here are the veggies all cut up. I'm gonna season them similar to the salmon. I might add like a little bit more because they're just veggies. They don't like, you can accentuate their natural taste, but like again, you could go easier on the spices in this recipe than you did in the soup. So now I'm just adding my veggies to the oven with the sushi, and with the salmon. And then also this is a great time to check on your rice. Mine looks almost done. So this is the rice. It looks super done. Check out the texture. I actually don't think the rice is done. It's like crunchy in the middle. So I'm gonna add a little bit more water and I'm just gonna cover it. I know I said don't cover it. Everybody lies. Okay, so that fixed our rice. So now the rice is done. And basically what you're gonna do to make it like really sushi rice, no matter what rice you have, is just add a little bit of rice vinegar. Not a lot, like mamash, not a lot. Like that much. And then I'm also adding sesame oil, just for taste. Oh, it comes out so slow. Probably because it tastes a lot. Okay, and then you just mix it all together. I'm also gonna add salt to it because it needs it. And my salmon pieces are done, so I'm taking them out of the oven. I would say that was like exactly 12 minutes, and they might even be, they could have gone for 10. Okay, now super simple. You're just gonna cut up all your raw veggies. I have a comment. I feel like every time I watch a cooking video, the person cutting the pepper is like, look at this insanely innovative way to cut your pepper. And I'm always just like, I don't feel like that's any faster than the way I cut peppers. So I'm not gonna force you guys to cut your pepper any certain way. Cut your pepper to your liking. Okay guys, this is the last step before assembly. And it's optional. Like if you're more of a teriyaki sauce kind of person or like a soy sauce, like you could skip this step, but this is just super easy how to make spicy mayo. Okay, so we're just gonna add, I would say, I mean, it depends on how much you wanna make. Like the amount is gonna be basically how much mayo you use. So like I'd say I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons because I'm making like a few servings. And then again, this is just depending on how spicy you want to use it, but like I'd say it's generally way more hot sauce than you'd think because like you kind of want to like equal out the mayo taste. But like I'm gonna put that much, and I'm also gonna put a little bit of umami, of course. Yeah, I don't go anywhere without this thing. And then you just mix it. Okay, perfect. This is the color of mine. That's how I like it, but like it depends on like how spicy you want it, how mayo-y you want it. I'm still waiting in these last few minutes for my veggies to be ready, so I'm gonna clean up now. But if you didn't do veggies, I guess it's your decision. Eat now, clean up now. I recommend clean up. Okay guys, this is so exciting. This is the best part. We get to assemble everything. So first, the rice. However much rice, I'm gonna put like a solid base. And the best thing about this recipe also is it like stays good in the fridge for like a really long time. It makes a really good lunch. It makes a really good Shabbos day lunch because like everything can be eaten cold. Like it's actually better cold. So I'm gonna put like that much rice. Then, And then I'm gonna put the hot veggies. This is just for me, so like I can put as many as I want. If you're making for other people, then like make sure you leave some. Also, if you have avocado, whoa, definitely add the avocado. So I'm gonna put like that much, maybe more. Hot veggies, you can always add more, of course. Then I'm gonna put half of my tofu, half of my salmon, because I need the other half for tomorrow for my lunch for school. Oh, it all went in like one piece. Interesting. Okay, and then last, before the sauce, I'm gonna do half of my onion here, half of the tomatoes. I'm gonna put, yeah, half of this, and then I'm gonna put half the peppers. That'll be for tomorrow. And then last thing is to just add the sauce. I'm gonna put 1 spoonful. Maybe a little more. Yeah, and then I'm gonna mix it, and then it's all ready. See, it's so easy to make this, and it's such a good recipe, and it lasts for days. And I ended up adding some like lentils I had in my fridge. You could add anything to it. That's the best thing. Like whatever you want in there, like whatever you have, and it's super yummy and super good and such a crowd pleaser. And in case you guys don't realize, I'm making these silly videos because I miss you guys in America a lot. And I want you to be part of my life and be able to see what I'm doing and what my apartment looks like and like what I'm cooking and like just what's going on here, because it's hard to live so far away. And I miss you guys a lot.